Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the day before Father's Day, so this is Lily's Crafty Corner, and I want to go through some things with you that I have been I've been really getting into doing some things in addition to the paper crafts, like, well, this is one of my projects. This is the shoe that I got at the thrift store for about $7, and I don't know if it's on here, but anyway, this was there was a set of them. They were $7, and this is what it looks like now. I did the revamp. I did the bottom, did the back, and believe it or not, these are all done with napkins, glue stick, and a little gel medium. I made the flowers. I went and put in the stuffing here so that you could put in pins. These pins I received, stick pins I did receive in a swap that I have done recently, and it was one of the reasons that I wanted to have this ready to go was to put in the pieces. The other shoe that I got, these I paid $5 for these shoes. And they're little girl shoes, but I hit the thing, I'm sorry. Anyway, these were little girl shoes, and I basically did the same thing. Some of the flowers I made, some of them I purchased, and as you can see, when I go to Florida, I do like to pick up my seashells, and I've been getting very small ones lately because I felt like I wanted to put them on projects. So as you see here, I did that on this shoe. And I want to make sure we're in camera. I did not do the bottom. But these were actually rather nice pair of shoes. I kind of felt bad. They were $4.99. But that's what happens. Now today I happened to, and this basket that you see here, I got that for $1. There's a little shop that just opened down not too far from us. And it's a rescue they work with rescuing pets and dogs and cats. And they also have a vet on staff that does free spading, and they have a lovely shop in there. And I bought this basket and two others, $1 a piece. Now, I would have shown you the two others, but it would have been a little crazy only because they're full of ribbons. One's got ribbons, one has laces. I call it the snippets. So that was really a lot of fun. Now, also that I picked up, I went to one of the antique marts by us, and tomorrow's Father's Day. My husband is a big Tony Stewart fan in NASCAR, and these are lovely glasses. I got 4 of them. I washed them up. I put them in the bubble wrap, and as you can see, they're lovely. They were from his Coca-Cola days, and it's a nice skinny Tony, and it's also when he was still racing for Joe Gibbs. So I got 4 of those for $12 for my husband for Father's Day. So I know he's going to enjoy those. Now the other thing, I've been to a few flea markets and have been seeing these great, I guess they put them in the gardens, they put them on these metal posts, and they drill holes in them. In fact, we did one, but I didn't bring that in to show you. But I picked up at the Salvation Army. I got these for $1 a piece. And my husband's already put the holes in them. But I will show you. And what you do is you put these together with cups like this, which we did not. I got these at the big garage sale today, and they were $1 for the 2 of them. Actually, they look like they're rather good. However, there's a chip in it, and there's no saucers with them. So my husband's going to put the holes in them. And what you do is you kind of put these together like with a dinner plate or a luncheon plate, and then you kind of put these in and you put them out, and you can also put maybe a little saucer here or like a little dessert bowl, and then the other thing here, and you put them out in your garden. They're very whimsical. Anyway, we did do one, and so I wanted to get a few more things, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on these. but getting them at like I got these glass ones, like I said, at the Salvation Army, and they were $1 a piece, and these were $1 for the two of them at the garage sale today. That was at Stormville. I don't know if you ever watch a flea market flip, but in East Fishkill, the Stormville Flea Market, which is out by Greenhaven Prison, they come and they do flea market flip there several times a year. I don't even know if they're still doing the show. However, this was a big garage sale today. The other thing I picked up today for $5 there were these tap shoes. My granddaughter used to tap, and she tapped. She was on a competition team. She did ballet, tap, jazz. She did solos and duos and trios with other girls, plus with her teams, but she broke her leg. And what happened was, once she broke her leg, she broke it in a strange place, which was just below the knee. So when she tried to go back to dance and ballet, it was just impossible for her. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to revamp the shoes, do something like this for her, and we'll put them on a nice shelf in her room as a reminder of when she did dance, because she still speaks fondly of it. Now, she was a little bit younger. These shoes are a little big. They're really adult shoes, but I thought for $5 we can do something snazzy with those for her. Now, if you're into junk journals, today I hit the motherlode for junk journals. I was speaking to a lady, and she had, I'm just not going to show you everything in detail. However, for $10, and these again you can cut them up. You can, somebody was a quilter. So for $10, I ended up with all of this. And there are some really nice pieces here that we can use for journals, for covers, to make tags, snippets. I mean, there's just a lot. The only thing I'm going to tell you is I am going to put these in the washing machine, because they do stink. And with my asthma, I don't need. But as you can see, there's great stuff here to make when you make your junk journals. So I kind of hit the motherlode today. And this was all for $10. She gave me these doilies and so forth. All this stuff for $10. It's amazing. So sometimes you can hit the motherlode. Sometimes you can end up paying tons of money. But I just thought this is great. Like I said, though, the only issue I have right now is that it's got that musty odor, and I can actually feel it in my lungs. I do have asthma, and I'm actually starting to feel it. But as you can see, there's some great fabrics here. And, you know, when you try to buy these things, and these would make great covers, especially for something for kids, or if you want to make a pillow or, do something else, you certainly can. They don't have to be, but I will be using these in journals and so forth. And like I said, for $10, and we're finally coming to the end of it. So as you can see, there was a lot of stuff, and I'm just going to throw everything into the wash. I'm going to take it down to the laundry room and put it in there so that they can be cleaned. But I am thrilled, because I already have a couple of ideas for several of the pieces. And when you're making your tags and your flips and all that different things when you're doing your junk journals, it's just amazing. I just do need a little sip of water. Thank you. Now, the last piece that I picked up today from there, I got all of this for $5. And again, this is junk journal heaven. If you want to make your albums, your junk journals, I can't believe I got all these great pieces to use in junk journals. Now, some of these, because they're so brittle, I may actually put, because all our printers these days are copy machines too. So I'm thinking that I am going to maybe make copies, of these with the 8.5 by 11 paper, copy paper or cardstock. But look at the marvelous stuff. And actually, it looks like somebody cut something out here already. But there are some really neat photos and different things that can be used in different journals. So I'm really excited about that. Now, and it was funny because what happened was, I thought when I walked up and asked the fellow what he wanted for these. He says, well, what do you want to pay? I said, well, what are you selling me? And he says, well, I'll give you all of those for $5. So I thought he meant these books, what's here. Well, I picked up that and I started to walk away. He says, hey, wait a minute, you forgot these. These go along with that. All these things I just showed you. So it's really great to get all this stuff for $5. And it's, when you're making your journals and you're making gift tags and so forth, it's great to have these for your backgrounds. I mean, you can tea dye them. You can spray them with some Tim Holtz stuff. You can use them for backgrounds for paper, for cards, for tags, for, like I said, your junk journals. And what's really neat, somebody wrote on those in pencil that actually was using them. And this came from 1967. So it's got a little bit of age to it. And because the person wrote their name on it. And it looks like it was from 67. So it was Malcolm Johnson for his birthday from Janet, 1967. So I think that's pretty cool. And here's another one. And here's another one with the Mendelssohn. So it's really some nice music that's in there to use. I mean, somebody that might want to say, oh my God, why is she going to mess those up? But I think that they're great. And this actually was from somebody that lived in the city that was taking music lessons, I would say. But there's a lot of stuff here that can certainly be used for the journals and cards and whatnot. So for $5, I spent, I think, total today at the flea market, at the garage sale, I think I spent like $23, and that included a bottle of water. But I'm just really pleased. Like I said, I feel like I hit the mother load. I want to wish all the fathers out there happy Father's Day. And I hope that I'm going to encourage you to get out, look into garage sales, and, stop into different places. You will be surprised at the fabrics and the laces and things that you can buy. It's nice to buy the new ones, but, they're very costly. You only get a little bit. And, this way you don't feel bad about cutting it up and especially when you get the snippets and so forth, tea dyeing them, spraying them maybe with a little Tim Holtz Distress Oxide sprays. And by the way, that walnut one, if you like that verdigris look, a lot of the things that you spray that on will turn and without even wetting it. So it's really great stuff. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoys. If you enjoy this, please leave a positive comment. Please click on the subscribe. I would love to have more subscribers. I would love to share more things with you. So anyway, happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all the mothers who are surrogate fathers for their children. Take care. Bye-bye.